When two genius twins expose a secret that could destroy an entire billionaire empire, they risk everything to save a broken girl whose tears hide a truth no one is prepared to face. What happens next will shock you, heal you, and haunt you. Don't miss stories like this. Hit subscribe and stay with us on this channel. The rain fell in violent sheets the night the genius twins, Aiden and Aria Cole, stumbled upon the trembling girl in the alley, her clothes soaked, her face bruised, her heartbeat weak like a dying whisper, as if the world had already forgotten she existed. And yet something in her eyes, a broken glow fighting against darkness, called to them with an urgency that neither twin could explain, as if destiny itself had pulled them there. The twins, both prodigies, known for their unnerving intelligence and strange intuition, exchanged a glance, a silent communication they mastered since infancy, before Arya knelt beside the girl and whispered, "You're safe now," unaware that this one promise would unravel one of the most powerful secrets hidden behind a billionaire empire coated in lies, blood, and betrayal. Aiden, with his analytical mind racing, immediately noticed the girl pressed a torn silver pendant against her chest, gripping it with desperate fear, as though losing it meant losing her last fragment of hope. And when he reached out to help, she flinched and murmured a name, Ethan, a name that sent a strange jolt through both twins, though they couldn't understand why yet. They brought her home, ignoring every objection from the guards assigned to protect the billionaire's children. For Aiden and Arya were not just any heirs. They were the only family of Ethan Cole, the ruthless, cold, emotionally barricaded billionaire, known for his unpredictably sharp decisions, his silence sharper than knives, and his heart rumored to be made of steel after the catastrophic loss of his wife, which left him emotionally dead and refusing any form of attachment. When the twins dragged the drenched, fragile stranger into the grand mansion, Ethan appeared like a storm at the end of the hallway, his eyes two frozen oceans demanding answers. But the moment his gaze fell on the girl, the world stilled, and something flickered in his expression, something unguarded, raw, a shock barely masked beneath years of emotional armor. The girl tried to stand, but her knees buckled as she whispered, "They're coming. Don't let them take me," before collapsing entirely. And Ethan caught her instinctively, his arms tightening around her with a protectiveness that startled even him, as though his soul recognized something his mind had not processed yet. And while she lay unconscious against his chest, the twins exchanged another loaded glance, because this reaction was the first time they'd ever seen their father's eyes soften. Doctors were summoned, security was doubled, but the mystery only deepened when they discovered the girl had no ID, no digital record, no traceable background, as if she had been erased from existence. The twins refused to leave her side, and Ethan found himself pacing outside her room, irrationally restless, unable to explain the unfamiliar ache in his chest. Until she finally woke, frightened, confused, and clutching the pendant like a lifeline. "Please don't send me back," she whispered. And Ethan, who never entertained emotional pleas, surprised everyone, including himself, by replying, "No one will touch you here," in a tone that carried the weight of a vow. But her arrival triggered a series of unnerving events. The power grid flickered, encrypted threats began pouring into Ethan's private servers, and a group known only as the Silent Circle, a covert organization buried deep beneath layers of corrupted institutions, began hunting for the girl who never should have lived, which terrified the twins, but strengthened their resolve to protect her. For the more time they spent with her, the more they realized she possessed remarkable knowledge. Complex codes, hidden languages, encrypted sequences, skills no ordinary girl should have. And soon she revealed fragments of her past. She was raised inside a facility disguised as an orphanage, where children with rare cognitive abilities were experimented on, trained, and controlled. And she escaped only because someone inside whispered to her to run. As her memories resurfaced, she revealed the pendant she carried contained data, a key capable of exposing the entire network of abusers, including powerful men whose names could topple governments. And Ethan immediately understood the danger. Taking her in meant declaring war on forces darker than his own empire. But what shocked him most was the final secret she hesitantly shared. They created files on people, important people, including the Coles, including your wife. And Ethan, who long believed his wife died in an accidental explosion, felt his world collapse when she revealed the truth. It wasn't an accident. It was a targeted elimination by the Silent Circle, and she had been there when his wife whispered her final words: "Find Ethan, tell him I'm sorry, and save the twins." This revelation shattered Ethan's emotional armor entirely, and he finally allowed himself to feel grief, rage, and a desperate need to protect the girl who unknowingly carried his wife's final message. From that moment, she was no longer just a rescued stranger. She was the last surviving witness to the tragedy that shaped his life, and he vowed to protect her with everything he had. The twins, brilliant and fearless, decoded the pendant and discovered a horrifying truth. The Silent Circle planned to abduct the girl not to kill her, but because she carried incomplete data that could expose their darkest experiments, including something related to Ethan's family, something hidden in sealed files named Project Aurora. And when the twins hacked deeper, alarms triggered across the city, revealing their location had been compromised. The mansion plunged into darkness, panic seized the guards, and Ethan grabbed the girl and the twins, ordering everyone to lock down while he confronted the intruders himself. But as they fought their way out, the biggest twist emerged. The leader of the Silent Circle was none other than Adrian Cole, Ethan's long-lost brother, whom the world believed dead. Adrian revealed he had faked his death to build power in the shadows, and that Ethan's wife discovered his crimes, so he eliminated her. The girl witnessed it, but as a child, no one believed her, so she was imprisoned in the facility for years. The confrontation was brutal. Rage decades deep boiled between the brothers. But in the chaos, Adrian aimed a gun at the girl, and Ethan, without hesitation, stepped in front of her, taking the bullet meant for her, collapsing as the twins screamed. The girl, sobbing, triggered the final sequence in the pendant, broadcasting the Silent Circle's crimes globally, destroying Adrian's empire within minutes. And just when she thought Ethan would die, a miracle unfolded. She activated a hidden biometric code within the pendant, something Ethan's wife left behind, containing emergency medical data specifically for him, revealing she always knew he'd need saving. And the twins worked in perfect synchrony with the medical AI to stabilize him until help arrived. Weeks later, as Ethan recovered, he realized the girl had not only saved his life, but also given him a second chance at family, healing, and love. The twins clung to her like a sister, refusing to let her go, and Ethan, now deeply protective and unexpectedly gentle toward her, said the words that finally made her cry tears of relief. "From today, you're home, your family, and no one will ever hurt you again." Little did they know, however, that a final encrypted message left behind by Ethan's wife would soon surface, hinting that an even bigger truth remained hidden, one connected not only to the girl's origins, but to the twins themselves. And though they finally tasted peace, destiny had only begun weaving their fates together in ways none of them could foresee.